And yet I so reliably wake up as another, in a fresh world burgeoning with enticements which seem to have appeared from nowhere, to have sprouted from the ether like Athena from the head of Zeus, or, conversely, just as suddenly populated by demons, crouching inside of, or just beyond my cabinets and air conditioner, in this bush, that tree. In a world of countless menaces hiding just beyond my reach, through which I might have had at least a chance of rectifying the situation. And behind me, underfoot, nay, in my mind itself, an inner world pulsing with imminent peril. The terror that I am to become, any moment a dissociated thing, a creature, a wandering, confused consciousness, glued to and horrified by an idiot body which is not my own, I have no idea what is my own, what that could even possibly mean. And then the assault sounds, the stares of strangers on a walk, those hideous, pockmarked, distorted faces, fixed to heads, sprouting from stalks, growing from shit-filled torsos, with their absurd arms and legs, ostensibly unaware that they strike me only as mutant beasts in some Bosch canvas I have never seen, but which must surely exist, for here they are, walking through the park. If indeed this is a park, and not a cheap simulation, rear projected on some gigantic screen, which manages to always extend just beyond the limits of my peripheral vision. A mother crossing a bridge with her deeply mentally disabled adult son, sputtering in a seeming ecstasy. "Mama, a waterfall," as she looks back at him with a much burnished love and in fear for his future, the decades of sadness etched upon a face tinged with those mild twinges of disgust which she has never been able to shake, and which have caused her countless, guilt-ridden, sleepless nights. But surely this is not real. These people are not real. They are just being rear-projected on a screen. They can have no inner lives, no home of any kind to which they return, no past which had to have included, or perhaps still includes the father. This cannot be happening. For if I am not real, and that much is clear, how much less can these images before me, walking for a time alongside of me, be real? Have they some awareness, perhaps? Am I to them what they are for me? I am sliding through time, through selves, through this slice of time in which I walk beside the two of them. And what is all of this, really? The peel of an orange, which is to be discarded without a second thought, by me, by them, to be thrown on the grass, atop hardened dog poop, or into a plastic bag, which is then dropped in a refuse container, to be picked up by hard-working men towards whom society professes gratitude, but by whom it is secretly disgusted, who will die at 40 of overwork, misery, and a coarse-grained existential exhaustion. I see them too, as real as the mother and her stuttering, galumphing, lumbering son. I am almost always invisible, and yet there are those times when, with some frequency, I find that people are smiling at me, as if they expect a smile in return, or kind words of greeting, of which I am utterly incapable. Why now? Why at this moment do all of you greet me in this way? Wish to make some sort of contact with me? I despise you not a whit less than when I was entirely hidden, when I was seemingly non-existent. Why now? Is the difference within me or without me? Does that even mean anything, given the severity of my dissociation? I encounter only things, not persons, for I am not a person, and, given that, there is no reason to believe that they are. I have no wish to give them pleasure, cause them pain, to observe them at all. I want them only to disappear, as I myself want to disappear. I have, for as long as I can remember, wanted nothing other than exactly that, to wink out of existence without leaving a trace, to never be spoken to or of, to utter no words myself, for no words to pass or drop from my lips ever again, as if I were a sort of feeble ancient fountain out of which arsenic-laced shit dribbled. Surely all these phantoms see and hear me as exactly that, a thing of horror which inspires the purest revulsion, such grandiosity. The truth is quite a bit more prosaic. There is only apathy, I towards the world, and the world towards me. This sickly, decrepit world, this sickly, decrepit self, too. One would think us both quite well suited to one another, but such was never the case. I will die in a sobbing heap, just as I lived, just as it's been since the very first moment of which I was aware that I was this thing of which I would so desperately love to rid myself, and to be assured it will not live on. Dear God, please, grant me at least that there will be no returning from the void, from the blackness, no more parks, orange peels strewn in poop, my face, their faces, that endless parade of faces, each more moronic, grimmier, distorted, impenetrable, disgusting, incomprehensible, pointless, and absurd than the one before. These creatures, these things, they have invaded even my dreams, in which heretofore the beings I encountered were at least half familiar, stable, quasi-real. Even in the most vivid of nightmares, there is nowhere left. It has been a gigantic, idiotic crescendo to this awful, appalling moment. No, an unveiling, a peeling away, this is who I am, was, have always been. It's simply that I cannot unsee it any more. Nothing works. There is nothing with which I might hide this catastrophe, and every word I grasp at to describe it only pulls me further into myself, into the ground. There are arms jutting out of the ground, of the walls, pulling me down, down to the hell in which I was born, and which I have borne within me all these years, these pointless, idiotic years, coming from and going nowhere. Why? Why did you have a child, you fiend? And how could you have treated it so? I carry this monstrosity within me. I am monstrous, and yet I have never lifted a finger to another sentient being. I cart spiders and crickets outdoors, and yet my thoughts are ugly, vicious, vile, evil, cruel, beyond imagining, and they cause me not the least bit of shame or guilt. Yet were I to cause the death of a sparrow, I would suicide a moment later. I would explode. I am exploding. Someone help me. Please help. But no one can help me, for I am but a thing, and they are things as well. And, dear God, help me navigate some infinitesimal path through even this one morning, through even these next few minutes. What is that moaning I hear moaning? It's not the dog. It's outside. At least I think it's outside. Is it me? Am I moaning? No, it's coming from outside. Perhaps I am outside as well. Perhaps my dissociation is of a sort, or of a grandeur that enables me to jump through time and space, to be, unbeknownst to the person typing, an unwitting ventriloquist who seeks to entertain himself. No, not entertain, fool. Terrify. I am tired. What is this exhaustion? Who is exhausted? I am exhausted. Exhausting, melting, famished, praying for sense to return. It may, I cannot say. As my eyelids begin to glue themselves shut, as the world recedes into a gelatinous, viscous glue, well then, personally, if I were you, as they say, I would not bet on it.